right. Back like we never left, baby. Heading to the other gym today. We're gonna go deadlift. It's gonna be a quick one today for sure. I think I'm just probably gonna deadlift. I'm gonna attempt a 9 on deadlifts, RPE 9 on deadlifts, and then I'm probably gonna limit the accessories just because I'll probably do some lat pull downs maybe, and then like, I don't know, maybe some leg extensions, and then I'm gonna hit the ski erg. That should be fun. Hit the ski erg for, I don't know, 1,000 meters or so, and just depending on how it feels. I'm just trying to get a feel for the ski erg today, so we'll see how that goes, and that'll kind of dictate my time on the ski erg. But you know, that's the plan for today. Gonna be a quick one, hopefully. I'm hoping it'll be a quick one, but it's the only downside with coming to this gym is like it's 30 minutes in the car, you know, between driving there and driving back. It's 15 minutes each way. It's 30 minutes in the car. I'm working, you know, I'm working, and then I have to hit another hour to hour and a half workout. So I mean, this is a 2-hour commitment, and so it's the only downside, but the upside is pretty nice. So we make the sacrifice, you know, it is what it is. But so this is the last week, or this is the last day, I should say. This is really the last day that I'll be just kind of like winging it in the gym, I guess, for lack of a better term. I will be starting my new program on Monday, new weightlifting program. So this is the last day that I'll just kind of be freestyling it, and Monday starts a new lifting program, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I gotta take a minute to like pat myself on the back for how well I've done in terms of easing back into the gym coming off this illness. I've really taken my time. I might even honestly say like I've taken almost too much time to kind of get back into the groove of things. You know, this week had I not tested maxes this week, this would have really been the week that I got back into the swing of things. But since I didn't need to, but I wanted to test maxes, we're just tacking an extra week on. But that's okay. That's okay. I'd rather take a little extra time than not enough time, because quite frankly, recovery is the name of the game. And I think like the older you get, or at least like the more experienced you get in the gym, and the more just the more experience you have, the farther into your lifting journey that you get, you know, you start to realize the importance of things like that, like recovery and rest, and, you know, longevity, playing the long game, really playing the long game. And so I guess that's where I'm at, because there was a time where, you know, the minute that I felt even a little bit better, I would have been in the gym back, like pretending I had never left, and probably would have done more harm than good. And that's just not the approach I take anymore. You know, I took some time off. The minute that I felt sick, I tapped out of the gym. I was like, man, I probably shouldn't be going to the gym tomorrow. I'm laid up in bed with a fever at, 7 p.m. on a Monday. Probably shouldn't go to the gym tomorrow. And I took a week off, and I went back exactly 1 week later when I felt better. Once my fever was gone, once I stopped kind of having the aches and stuff, and eased back into things, and I gotta pat myself on the back for that. I think that's a little bit of a maturity in the gym there, so, but with the, you gotta remember you're playing a long game here. I think that's what gets sort of, I guess, lost on some people, is the fact that they get so caught up in the short-sightedness and like the moment and the day-to-day of it all, that you forget that the goal is to be able to work out again tomorrow. You don't want to do so much damage to your body with an injury or illness today that you can't go again tomorrow. The goal is always to work out again tomorrow. And you've got to manage load and intensity accordingly. And sometimes that just means taking some time off, But if you go into this with the right mindset and the right sort of like time horizon, then it makes it a lot easier, knowing that I'm in this for the next 20 to 30 years, not the next 20 to 30 days, then it makes it a lot easier for me to just take a week off. Because a week, in the grand scheme of things, if you're playing the long game, a week off from the gym, it's not going to be, it's probably not even a blip on the radar. You know, if you need to take a week and just recover, let your body handle its business, and then go back, you know, whenever you feel fine. You don't need to rush it. And I think that's the number one thing that a lot of people can do for anything in life, really, not just the gym, but anything in life, is just to broaden your time horizon, you know. Stop being so short-sighted. Broaden your time horizon. And, you know, people overestimate what they can achieve in a year, and they underestimate what they can achieve in 5 years. And you have to remember that you're playing the 5-year game, the 10-year game, the 20-year game. So make sure when you make a decision like, hey, should I take tomorrow off of the gym? Should I take a rest day today because I'm not feeling great? The answer to that question, if you have to ask, you probably already know the answer. But you're just looking for some external validation as to why, nah, bro, you should go. Go to the gym, man. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Go to the gym. When you know, deep down, in your heart of hearts, you know you should not be going to the gym. And that's just the truth, man. You know, it's just the truth. So broaden your time horizon. Remember, you're playing a long game. This, especially in the gym, this is a long game, you know. It's a game, it's a lifestyle change, you know. It's gonna be hopefully something that sticks with you for the rest of your life, you know. However old you are now, hopefully the gym sticks with you for longer than 30 or 45 days. Hopefully it sticks with you for like 30 or 45 years. And you got to remember that when you're making decisions about whether or not to go. You know, whether or not you should take a day off from the gym or rest or whatever. Just always keep that in your mind, you know, that this is a lifestyle change and it's for life. Broaden your time horizon, play the long game, and, you know, have fun. Have fun. But, yeah, I'm pulling into the gym now, so it looks a little busy today. I don't really, again, hasn't really been super busy. I'm wondering if this is still like the New Year's crowd rolling in, but we're gonna go try to deadlift in here. We'll see. Hopefully I have a platform open. There's two next to the kilo plates. I guess I could deadlift with the pounds on the other side, but I'd rather do the kilos. So we'll see. Hopefully I get some deadlifting in. That'd be kind of cool. And yeah, we'll see you in there. We'll see you in. Okay. You'll notice there's absolutely 0 videos of me deadlifting in between the car video on the way to the gym and now this one. And that is because I did not record any. It was pretty crowded. Well, not pretty crowded, but the platform that I was on was kind of crowded. And so there just wasn't really a whole lot of room for me to like comfortably set up. There's a monolift in there, and there's 2 deadlifting platforms, and then a monolift like right in front of those platforms, kind of in the center. So if you think about a square, right, the shape of square, on the bottom 2 corners of the square are the deadlifting platforms, and then in the center of the square is the monolift, and then on the left and right edges of the square there's a combo rack there, and then at the top 2 corners of the square there are just like 2 squat racks, just kind of normal like power rack, squat rack type deals. So it's a little, and it's like probably, I don't know, 20 by 20 maybe. So it's a little crowded in there, and there was somebody using the monolift in the middle of all that, and they were set up recording before I was. So it just kind of, yeah, I just vibes were off, didn't feel right, didn't do it. So, but I'll update you on how the deadlifting went. It went absolutely terrible. managed to eke out 200 kilograms, so 440 for a single, and that was at like RPE 9. And I wasn't super satisfied with that, so my ego got the best of me a little bit, and I ended up doing, I bumped it to like 210, which is 462. And yeah, it barely came off the floor. It was a little damaging to the ego, I'm not gonna lie. But it was yeah, I'll just say that it was pretty damaging to the ego. We'll just say that. Did not go how I planned, so I may actually end up adjusting my deadlift down a little bit, because I don't want to overshoot on that and do more harm than good. I think I have it set to 500 right now, my max, which I could not pull, right? I could not walk into a gym and pull that right now. So I may just use a training max based off of that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come up with something, because I think after feeling how 440 felt today, and then looking ahead at like the weeks coming up on my new program and some of these sets that I'm supposed to do, like a 1x2 at 450, it's like questionable. So I don't know, but like I was saying earlier at the start of the video, dude, the name of the game is longevity. The name of the game is showing up and working out again tomorrow. Broaden your time horizon. And I got to remind myself of that too sometimes, Just got to remember that I'm in a different, I just got to keep telling myself, I'm in a different chapter, different phase of my fitness journey, as it were. And, I'm probably not, I know I'm not at my strongest right now. The strongest I've ever been was like last July, when I came off of my second, was it last July, or was it like last October? I don't remember. It was sometime between last July and last October, so like 6 to 8, well, yeah, probably 4 to 6 months ago, when I was hitting PRs left and right on my big 3 lifts. I 525 on deadlift, 340 on bench, and probably, I think the most I ever did on squat was 445, but it was like, I could have done more. I was just being a wuss about it. And I could not walk into a gym right now and hit any of those numbers. So, I was also not doing any cardio last year. I didn't do any cardio. I ran very briefly at the beginning of the year because I was training for a 5K. And so I ran very briefly at the beginning of the year. And aside from that, I didn't do any cardio. I walked, I took my son to the park. That was about it. There was no intense cardio like I'm doing now. I wasn't running, 6, 8, 10, 12 miles a week, more than that. I wasn't doing the row. I wasn't training for a high rocks, and I'm training for a high rocks now. So it's important to just remember that, it's a different goal. I'm not training for strength anymore, although I somehow convinced myself in my head that I am, that I can still do the strength training and be as good as I was once and train for high rocks. But it's just not the case. There's different phases of your lifting career, You're gonna get new goals, When I first started, I was big into HIIT. Did a lot of HIIT. Of course, this was back during COVID, and I had a garage gym, and I was very limited on equipment that I could use. I had a barbell, had some kettlebells, had some dumbbells, and basically just made it work with that. I would do little HIIT workouts in my garage with those, and come on then, bud. Did a lot of running, did a lot of high intensity stuff. Okay, go, dude. Don't make me regret letting you in, bro. Come on. And so I got very lean as a result. I ran my fastest mile was in 2020, I think, or maybe early 2020. No, it was 2020 or early 2021, dude. I ran a mile. I think it was sub 7 minutes. I think it was like a 6.5 minute mile almost. Couldn't do that right now either. I mean, I'd be lucky to break 8 minutes on a mile. I was also about 20 pounds lighter when that happened. So And, you know, from there, we just gradually, you know, worked into strength training, wanted to do more strength training, hypertrophy training, started doing that, eventually rolled that into powerlifting, trained for powerlifting for a few years, kind of plateaued on powerlifting, stalled on powerlifting, just kind of I wasn't really breaking any barriers, you know, and I didn't want to continue competing in powerlifting. I didn't want to pay all the money to, you know, be a USAPL member, to pay for the meet. You know, we're talking $250, something like that, just all in, just to go to a meet, to put up the same numbers I did last time or close to them, and come in 7th out of 8. You know, I didn't want to do that. It just seemed like it was a waste of money, a waste of time, kind of silly. So I haven't competed in like 2 years almost, and I wanted to get back to enjoying lifting again, because you get so caught up in the numbers and like hitting a max and hitting a PR, and this was supposed to be RPE 7 and it was RPE 9. Oh my gosh, oh God, why? You get so frustrated and you just kind of forget why you started, and like you forget to have fun with it. And so for the last like year or two, probably about the last year, I've just kind of I wanted to get back into enjoying lifting, like looking forward to going to the gym, and I have. I feel like I've completed that successfully. I look forward to going to the gym now, and I'm not so wrapped around the axle about hitting numbers or making sure I hit, you know, in the correct intensity or the correct RPE or the right weight or anything like that. It's just more of a, hey, let's show up and do what we can, you know. And so I've done that, and now I'm shifting more back into like a, you know, I guess a HIIT type phase almost, where I'm incorporating more cardio, running, rowing. I did not do the ski erg today either. It was taken when I was ready to do it, and I did not want to wait around, because you know, as I outlined earlier in the video, it's like a 2-hour commitment going to this gym, and I've already been gone for a while, so I didn't want to sit around and wait for it. So maybe next week we'll see, but or maybe I'll carve out some time another day to go next week and get it in then. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna get it in though. But regardless, yeah, just transitioning back into a new phase where I'm putting a lot of strain on my body. I'm a little older now too. That doesn't help things, you know. I don't want to use that as a crutch or as an excuse, but it's the truth, you know. I'm just a little older now than I was 3, 4, 5 years ago. So that's a factor as well. I may not be anybody in the USAPL Men's Open, but let me tell you, when it comes time to compete in the USAPL Men's Masters, ooh, buddy, I'm going to be a menace. Let me tell you, I will I will crush the Masters division. I will be somebody in that. It's kind of a joke, kind of not. I might compete in the Men's Masters, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so just remember, different seasons, different phases. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to, after I get the High Rocks done and the 5K that I'm running in April, I may stick it out and maybe do the Murph this year for Memorial Day. And then after that, I'd like to just go back to basically pure strength training and see if I can't pack on a little bit more muscle. I may try to gain a little bit of weight. I don't really like to gain weight historically. I won't get into why on this video, but I may try to gain like 10 pounds. We'll see. But yeah, and then I'm gonna try to just pack on a little bit of muscle and pack on some more strength, try and see if I can get some of my strength back, and we'll just kind of go from there, you know. But as it stands right now, I'm just trying to keep the focus on the goal in front of me, and that is getting ready for this High Rocks, while also just strength training, you know, strength training, continuing to bench, squat, deadlift, and do accessory work in the gym, strength accessory work. I think it'll be beneficial, you know. I really do think it'll be beneficial. I know it's not really a strength competition, but I think having that extra strength from weightlifting and powerlifting, I think that will be beneficial in this competition when it comes to moving some of like the sled push and the sled pull and all that jazz. I think hoping, most people don't really cross train like that. So, well, most people don't cross train. You pick one. You're a runner and a hit guy, or you're a strength guy. Most people are not, I don't think, at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think most people are doing both. So, like I am. So, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I like to think I'm not wrong. And I'm hoping that will give me a bit of an edge in at least one or two of these events. Like the sled pull, sled push, farmer's carry, things like that, where a little bit of strength may come in handy. It's not so much cardio as it is just muscle and strength. So who knows? We'll see. But again, I'm very hungry. So I'm almost home. So I'm gonna call it on this. Thanks for watching. Sorry there was no weightlifting video in between here. Just didn't really, vibes were off, didn't feel right. So yeah, I guess got a run this weekend doing surges, sprints, so I'll post a video of that too. And then Monday we hit the ground running with another 2-mile relaxed run, and into the new program, bench, upper body bench, day 1. So yeah, I guess we'll see you. It's probably going to be Sunday. I'm probably going to do sprints on Sunday, so I guess we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for watching if you're still here, and have a great weekend.